"What are you doing here, night shift waitress?" That was the first thing out of his mouth. Some guy I'd never seen before, dripping with attitude. Strolling right past my table with a smirk so wide I almost laughed. You know the type, slick hair, expensive watch, the kind of guy who thinks his money gives him a free pass to run his mouth. And in this place, the fanciest spot in Manhattan, he wasn't alone. I was the odd one out, no doubt, sitting there in a wrinkled white blouse, hair a mess from my double shift, picking at the cheapest salad on the menu while everybody else drowned in champagne and caviar, hoping nobody noticed I'd just barely made rent this week. But of course, they noticed. They always do. The waiter glanced at me like I was some stray dog that wandered in, then turned away so fast I thought his neck might snap. But the real show started when a glass of wine flew at me. Yeah, on purpose, and for a split second the room held its breath. I didn't flinch. My hand shot out, caught it midair, not a drop spilled, and suddenly everyone went silent. See, what nobody knew is I'm not just some tired girl who takes orders for tips. I used to go by Viper 7, and there are operations I ran so deep even my own file got shredded. But in here, under those chandeliers and velvet whispers, I was just Rachel, the woman everybody thought didn't belong. So I sat there, keeping my head down, not reacting, while the guys in tailored suits and perfect hair nudged each other, making jokes loud enough for the whole room to hear. One leaned over. "Hey, kitchen's that way, hon." Like I was lost staff who missed my station. Across the aisle, a woman in black leaned into her friend, voice dripping with fake pity. "Look at her, doesn't she know there's a dress code?" The world of people who'd never gotten their hands dirty, never known what it means to be truly invisible. I guess I gave them something to talk about, just by sitting there and refusing to shrink. But you know, there's a kind of power in not reacting, and maybe that's what made them nervous. The glass shattered when I set it down. Too hard, nerves showing for a split second, but not enough for them to see. One guy, crew cut, military type, leaned to his date, voice low. "That's not normal, that's training." She rolled her eyes, but when my gaze swept past her, just a flick, her hand shook and she dropped her fork. "Let me back up a sec." You could feel the tension like a wire about to snap, every eye waiting for me to crack, and yet, I just folded my napkin, straightened my fork, every move precise, like I was still in the field. If you're still here with me, hit that like button or drop your thoughts below, because this is where the story turns. Rolex boy wasn't done. He strutted over, his sidekick trailing, both desperate for the spotlight. "What backyard dojo taught you that?" he said, waving his hand in my face. Like he could provoke a reaction. His friend, Pinstripe, tried to touch my shoulder, cosplaying tough guy, trying to show off. Across the room, people watched, some laughing, some holding their breath. I didn't give them what they wanted. Instead, I slid my knife a half-inch, lined it up perfectly, and held Pinstripe's gaze, long enough he flinched first. I leaned back just enough for him to miss, my eyes never leaving his, calm as glass. And that's when they started to doubt themselves. The third guy, tech bro, phone already out, started filming, thinking this would go viral. That kid had more guts than any of the suits he saw, and he remembered. Then, in the blink of an eye, Pinstripe lunged, reaching for my arm. Big mistake. My hand locked on his wrist, twisted. His knees hit the floor with a scream that cut through the jazz music. Rolex's fists clenched, Tech Bro's phone wobbled, and suddenly the whole restaurant held its breath. There's always that one moment, the one where you show them who you are, without a word. A girl at the next table filmed, not for laughs, but because she'd seen something that looked like a superhero for real, her hands shaking, her eyes wide. The younger crowd perked up, faces lit with awe. The old guard, suits and pearls, shifted in their seats, not sure whose side to take now. Rolex tried to act tough, stepping in with his fake bravado, but his voice cracked. "You think taking down one guy scares us?" Tech Bro swung his phone, live streaming, mocking, "Let's show the world our female action hero." But inside, I could see him shaking. At the back, an older man in a fedora, scarred down his cheek, murmured to his friend, "That's a soldier's stance, seen it in Fallujah." The friend waved him off, but the scarred man never looked away. Sometimes the ghosts in the room see each other. That's all it took, 15 seconds of chaos. I kicked his knee out. He crumpled, screaming. Tech Bro lunged, still streaming, so I dodged, elbowed his throat, he doubled over. Phone clattering across the table. Pinstripe tried to get up. Wrong move. I flipped him over the table, plates and glass crashing everywhere. Somebody screamed, the whole room frozen, watching. Behind the bar, the tattooed bartender slid the waiter a shot. "For your nerves," she muttered, and he took it, hands still shaking. I straightened my blouse, never looking back. Even the police at the door hesitated, because two men in dark suits blocked their way, and one glance told them this was above their pay grade. I reached into my blouse. Flashed a silver badge, no number, no name, just a symbol polished to a mirror. The buzzcut guy at the bar whispered, "I've seen that badge, Kandahar, Black Ops." The old man at his table muttered, "Viper 7. She died at Black Canyon." But I just looked up, hearing the distant thrum of helicopter blades, a Black Hawk landing on the roof, its lights pulsing against the glass, leaving behind a room full of people who would never forget what happened, even if they never spoke my name. On the rooftop, the wind whipped my hair as I grabbed the rope ladder. The soldier in the Black Hawk holding out a hand. "You ready for another battle?" he asked, his voice rough but warm. I smirked, just a flicker. I never left the battlefield, then pulled myself up. The city shrinking beneath me. Down below, the restaurant froze in time. Diners staring at empty plates. Waiters motionless. 3 men on the floor, their pride shattered. They'd just had dinner with a ghost. Fallout came fast. Ethan Carver, Rolex boy, lost his hedge fund job by Monday. Dylan's live stream went viral. His startup lost funding overnight. Greg got disbarred, his career gone. Nobody said my name. They didn't need to. The next day, a reporter tried to get the story. Busboy just shook his head. She didn't say much. Someone up top killed it. The restaurant disabled comments on their socials, flooded with rumors about the woman who fought like a shadow. Years ago, I was different. A girl raised in a mansion. Taught to be quiet, gentle, the perfect daughter. At 18, I left, disappeared into the military, wrote letters home with no return address. Just, "I'm okay." Black Canyon OP was supposed to be my last mission, the one that killed me, or so the files said. I walked out, the only one who did. My bag always heavy, carrying more than just my wallet, a set of dog tags from a teammate who never made it. Their memory kept me sharp. Back in the restaurant, someone found a knife under my table weeks later, plain. No markings, sharp enough to cut bone. The waiter kept it, running his thumb along the edge late at night, wondering who I'd been. The knife vanished soon after, like I had, leaving only stories. Sometimes late at night, someone swears they see me, a woman in a plain blouse, by the window, vanishing before they blink. Maybe it's just a trick of the light. Or maybe not. My name isn't the point. For everyone who's ever been underestimated, who's ever felt a room turn against them and refused to break, my story's for you. Where are you watching from tonight? Drop a comment. Tell me what you'd have done, what justice looks like to you. Let's talk about it. Right or wrong, who gets to decide?